Us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Break it up. Lady. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's got room. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Greer. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
answer. That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Set. 18 Gators. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Greer, escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Go, 10 later. Look at me. Go. 5.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run here with Mixon. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a run with McCaffrey.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They are going for it. Here's Greer. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 76 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final act of the first half, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A final shot before break. Dalton going deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though.
Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football defense. Though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Greer just beating the play clock. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Andrew Billings. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Mixon running right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Eifert has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On first down, Mixon. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 23-yard run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Greer. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
18 games.
Brings up second and 7.
General West. Get.
On 2nd and 7, Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 33 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to Mixon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me.
Mixon will try the right side. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Let's get it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Greer. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
It finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now a give, right side. Mixon, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game.